all, Flash of Snow here, and today we level a Night Elf. I like Night Elves. The last time we were an undead rogue, so this time is a Night Elf priest. Of all the Alliance races, I like the Night Elves more than anyone. I think it's because their starting area is pretty cool, and they are badasses. Let's think of a name for a priest. Hi Septon. Straight out of Game of Thrones. So let's go. The Night Elves start on a little island off the coast of Kalimdor called Teldrassil. So I will let you watch this little cutscene to explain the reasoning behind them all.
After years of imprisonment within the Emerald Nightmare, Archdruid Malfurion Stormrage has finally returned to the mortal world. Reunited with his love, Tyrande Whisperwind, Malfurion endeavors now to heal the corrupted world tree Teldrassil and rejuvenate the spirit of the Night Elf people. Yet as the great cataclysm shakes the boughs of their colossal tree, the Night Elves brace themselves against the coming storm. As war and destruction close in from all sides, it falls to Night Elves like you to stand strong and protect the enduring legacy of your people.
There we go. So, let's speak to Ilthalane. Greetings, High Septon. I am Ilthalane. My purpose in Shadowglen is to train young priests like you and ensure that the balance of nature is maintained. Kill 6 young night sabers. Yes, sir. Just turn the auto loot. Get them all come to me. And as before, I will watch, or I will walk through this first initial kill and retrieve quest, but then after that I will just forward it all. So you don't have to sit and watch me kill umpteen amount of things. Okay. You have performed your duties well, High Septon. Let's have some steam leaf bracers. You seem to know what you're doing. Perhaps I can task you with something a little bit more important. As you may well know, the corruption in Teldrassil was supposedly wiped away. Yet some lingers. The creatures have not calmed, and all the manner of problems still plague us. I need you to deal with the Grelkin that have gathered to the west, and while you're there, I want you to search them for fell moss. This will help me determine from where this continuing corruption stems. Collect 6 fell moss from the Grelkin to the west of Illithane. We get some new gloves. Oh.
How may I help?
Malithar Stag Helm. Vicious little Grell. They've been stealing our food stores again. Retrieve Malithar's stolen bags near the Grelkin to the west. Sorry if this the gameplay video was actually a bit laggy, as well as doing this and recording myself, the game's audio, my audio. I'm also uploading another YouTube video in the background, so apologies. Felmosh. I'll just get the first food store bags, and then I will shimmy it. After stolen bags. Okay, so that's done now. Just wandering back to hand in the quest. I think this is the reason I like Teldrassil. Look at the trees. It's just fantastic looking here. Compared to, the majority of the Horde starting areas, which was just all bland, sandy and red.
I am listening.
Okay, so I don't have any spare supplies for my custards until you return my stolen goods. Oh yeah, look. Elum be praised, as you as well, and you as well, priest. There are many young night elves in need of these, but I'd be more happy to give you one of the bags. As a reward, I'm sure it'll come in handy. Yay, get a new bag. Satisfy my suspicion, High Septon, bring me Felmoss from the Grelkin. Your service to the creatures of Shadowglen is worthy of a reward, High Septon. You confirm my fears, however, the Grelkin are still tainted by the Felmoss. Despite Teldrassil's blessing, something sinister remains within the tree. I will look further into this and contact you. Ooh, Shadowward Pain. Sigil was given to you by my messenger from our priest trainer Shanda. Speak to Shanda inside Teldrassil in Shadowglen. Okay. It pleases me to see you've arrived so quickly, High Septon. As you've probably heard, all of Teldrassil stirring with the comings and goings of travellers. Even members of the Alliance have been allowed to access onto Teldrassil's bows in order to meet with other Kaldori who prepare for the adventures ahead. Do not concern yourself with the world below Teldrassil for now. There will be time for that later. Okay. As you venture out into the world and develop your skills, you will begin to learn new abilities that you never knew you had. Reach level 3. Okay. I seen a shadow on the ground, and it was obviously from this NPC who's just coming walking down here. This one. But how can she cast a shadow on the ground? Let's see. Ooh, ghosts. Ghosts. Reach level 3 and cast a shadow or pain. That was easy. These are all vaguely familiar. Not vaguely familiar, they're very, very familiar. As my main is a priest. You will take this well. Return to me when you need further training. Yahoo! Now that you're prepared or practiced in your new ability, perhaps you'll be willing to aid us in further pursuing the corruption haunting the Shadowglen. Speak to Dentaria Silverglade between the two pools in the centre of Shadowglen. Okay. I think she's out the back. Yep.
Greetings.
It is good that you've come. It seems that your training progresses quickly. Our friend Iveron has fallen to poison from nearby webwood spiders. All around the pond you should find moon little pillies. Collect 7 moon petal lilies. Our dear friend is not doing well, even with my mending. Have you brought the supplies I require? This will do perfectly. Thank you, High Septon. Your swiftness is appreciated. Sedgeweed breeches. I must ask something more dangerous of you. Strange news has travelled to me through the whisperings of the forest spirits. Seek out the dryad known as Teldrassil within the Shadow Thread Cave at the north end of the Shadowglen.
Go in peace.
I think it's... yep. So this is Teldrassil.
Is there trouble?
I see you found me, young night elf. Dentaria was wise to have sent you. I'd hoped they'd never return to Teldrassil for such grim business. I hope that its corruption had been wiped away. Kill 12 web wood speedry.
What is nature's
This
call?
corruption these spiders suffer from is not simply surface deep, it cannot be magic or subtle malignant. It is bred into them. Our next task is clear. Yay, new stuff. If these spiders are born with corruption in their veins, then the brood mother must be at the root of this evil. Kill Githias the Vile at the northern end of the Shadow Thread Cave. Let's go. It's a big ass brood mother. Yeah. This totem has been corrupting the eggs. It seems a greater threat looms. The gnarl pine remain tainted by something most foul.
Hi.
Gillis and her brood were being corrupted by this totem. It is a foul, jeez, I cannot speak. Furblog totem. This is very troubling indeed. This means the gnarl pine are still a danger to these forests. We let our guard down too soon. I will pursue the trail of the gnarl pine and track this corruption to its source. If you ever encounter Athridus Bearmantle in Dolanaar, he knows intimately of the problems that plague this forest, and he can direct you on how to help further. Speak to Dentaria Silverglade between the pools in northern Shadowglen. Oh. Well, that's handy. I don't have to walk all the way back. You've returned. It's good to see you. It seems you've dealt with the source of much of the corruption in Shadowglen. Teldrassil still suffers, and we will need attention, but we can afford another moment or two for you to finish your training here in Shadowglen. As part of the ritual to complete your training here in Shadowglen, you must learn about our recent history. There's a task you must perform. Go to the moon well to the northeast and retrieve a vial of its water. While there, you will witness a glimpse of our magics and learn our past. When you're done there, bring the water back to me and I will direct you further.
Give me the star.
Okay. So this is the pool. Let's see. Much has changed for our people since the Battle of Mount Hygel. Nordrassil lies a pale shadow over what it once was. Its power used to defeat Archimonde and drive back the Burning Legion. Our immortality, the very essence of our beings, was lost. The betrayer was freed from his prison, and Shando Stormrage disappeared into the Emerald Dream. A dark time for all. Oh, is that it? The shade of the Caldori closes its eyes and fades away.
Goddess, bless you.
Our recent history is fraught with strife and violence. There is still much with which we must come to terms. Well done, High Septon. You have one task left for you before you depart Shadowglen for the open wild of Teldrassil. Tenarian Stormgrip oversees all that happens in this glade. He presides at the top of Aldersil. Bring this filled crystal vial to Tenarian Stormgrip at the top of Aldersil, the Shadowglen.
I shall allow.
Okay, I shall. The ramp up to Teldrassil is just inside over there. Circle around and find Tenarian up top. Moonwell holds the waters of the Well of Eternity, the ancient source of magic that has wrought so many horrors upon our world. The Druids take advantage of its properties. The Sentinels revere the wells as shrines to Elune, and now even the returning Highborn look to the wells longingly. So after you've heard the first part of the aftermath about Mount Hygel, there's much more for you to learn. The task you have begun here will continue through the rest of your journey through Teldrassil and into Darnassus. Well, there is more I could speak to you about. I must send you along. Korathas Moonrage will be expecting you. I've poured the vial of water you brought to me into this vessel to bring to him. Bring the partially filled vessel to Korathas Moonrage in Dolanaar. Oh, yes. We have this, so it means we can go. But we need to go this way. Which was Wind's Embrace. Embraced by the wind, slowing fall speed. Okay, I need to make sure I'm going the right way. Let's go a new spell. Power Word Shield. Power Word Shield. Jeez, I cannot speak today. Let's see what this little land has to say. Greetings, young priest. Can you offer me aid? I have a package of herbs that I must deliver to the town of Dolanaar, but I still have business with the druids of Shadowglen. Some lazy people. Bring the Dolanaar delivery to the innkeeper, Teldrassil. Okay. Apologies, by the way, if you see me eating in these sped up versions. It is 8:05 in the morning, and I'm trying to get breakfast into me as I record this and then order to go to work. Damn work gets in the way of everything. So now we are in Teldrassil, which is a ginormous big tree, believe it or not. It's a big, big giant tree, which is quite remarkable. that there's an entire tree that supports an entire city. It's kind of cool. Zan Filehoof.
You again?
Eager for work, I see. Lucky for you, a day never goes by that I don't need, that I don't wish I had a fledgling priest to perform my bidding. Retrieve 2 night saber fangs, 2 strigid owl feathers, and 2 swatches of wet wood spider silk. Yes, sir. Finally. Really fucking annoys me when, you know, basic quests at the very beginning of your leveling process, where it's like, oh, you need to get this and this and this. I don't understand why they just don't drop straight away. I know that's the point, that you have to find these things and that they're not easy, but for simple quests like this, it should be easy enough just to kill a bird, get a feather. All birds have feathers. All night sabers would have fangs. It just doesn't make sense to me that this bird has a feather, but this bird doesn't, and then this bird doesn't, but then this bird does. Ooh, drop rates. Pain in the eyes. Let's hand in Zan's quest.
Now what?
Haha, well done indeed. Who would have ever guessed that I, Zan Filehoof, would have a night elf doing my bidding? Certainly not me. But so it goes. This beloved world of ours is full of surprises. Cheers for the naivety and cheers for the naive and gullible. Well, got me another bag. Now to Dolanaar to hand in some more quests. So this is Dolanaar, or Dolanaar, however you wish to pronounce. So let's hand in the quest we have.
How may I help?
I might be of service to you, young one. Ah, yes, the delivery of herbs in Shadowglen. It's a shame Port Hanius could not bring it himself, for we have much to discuss. So, that's our what? Oh. That is our reward, or our delivery quest done. Let's make this in my home. And then I will hand in Teldrassil, passing awareness. There's a little guy down here at the pool. Ah, I see you were sent by Tenarion. Well then, it would seem we have much to talk about. Before we get to the task at hand, you should take the lesson in the moon world. The big terrifying fucking thing.
Good luck.
Rise the druids and convince the circle of ancients in Darkshire that it's trying for rebuild. In an effort to regain immortality for our people with the approval of the Circle of Staghelm and the most powerful druids, grew Teldrassil. Though we have a new home, our immortal lives have not been restored. It sucks. Poor little night elves. Whee! Cooking supplies. Bring the Dolanaar recipe book to Fidelio in Dolanaar. So, You couldn't even be arsed to walk from there up here. Lazy bitch. I mean, you're basically just a whipping boy in this game for everybody else.
What brings you here?
Ooh, flight location. That's very thoughtful of Naoma. For a few coins, I can arrange a quick transportation to the capital by hippogriff.
Go in peace.
Everyone Dolanaar is so proud of Sister Aquaine. I'm certain she'll be pleased to receive this thoughtful gift from Naoma. Speak to Vidalar to purchase a flight to Darnassus. Then bring the Dolanaar recipe book to Sister Aquaine in Darnassus. Okay.
I am honored. See the star.
Let's go on a little flight. This is similar to the human starting area and the dwarf starting area. You get to a certain level, not a big town, and you have to fly to the main city to then hand in something, to then fly back and continue your quests. I know it happens on the Horde side, but it's not always so early. So this is Teldrassil, the World Tree. Quite frankly, it is a beautiful place. And this is Darnassus. I don't know if I'm ever saying that right. Darnassus. 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 Sounds pretty good. Okay, let's see. Where is... oh, there she is.
Hello.
Something for me, I wonder who sent it. This is wonderful. It's just the type of... just the kind of thing I need to remind me of home while I continue my studies in the Temple of the Moon. I would imagine that is the Temple of the Moon. Would you like to take this short note of thanks back to Naoma? You can hire a hippogriff to take you back to Dolanaar. Okay. Are you ready to return to Dolanaar? Do you need a ride back to Dolanaar? Yes. And there we go.
I am honored.
I will
What is this?
fly back. Ooh. And that was the first 6 levels of the Night Elf starting area. This was the Night Elf Priest. Next up is a Tauren on the Horde side. I can't remember the class though. But this was the Night Elf. This was Last Snow. And now, unfortunately, I have to go to work. Although it is a Friday, so it's good, the weekend is almost here. So, until the next little video, I hope you enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, comment, again, whatever you wish. And I look forward to hearing from you. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye from the glass. Brrr.